Those roadways and that traffic, cars could have a hard time tomorrow too.
All right, Monica. So broken down vehicles, very common this time of year. Of course, winter, the car batteries always have to warm up like our bodies do. So I'm actually already seeing one of those broken down vehicles in Montgomery County. But let's get to some other issues first. Schuylkill Expressway, there was a crash out there that was blocking the westbound ramp to City Avenue. That is already cleared. So a very quick scene there. If you are leaving Philadelphia, heading out towards the Blue Route into Conshohocken, that's about 11 minutes right now. Eastbound, also 11 minutes. Much like the overnights last night, 95 was closed northbound. That was heading between Columbus Boulevard and the Vine. So we've seen some of this construction throughout the week. Typically opens by 5 a.m. Well, they opened even earlier than that this morning, closer to 4 a.m. So traffic on the northbound side looks like it's in good shape. 95 northbound also saw some work here after the Walt Whitman Bridge. You may notice a couple construction vehicles off to the shoulder here and there, but it's about 3 minutes from the bridge heading to the Vine. Deja, over to you. Monica, heading out the door right now. It's pretty quiet, only about 5:21 this morning, so not a whole lot of activity just yet. Live look over the Ben Franklin Bridge, nice and clear out there. Yes, it's cold, but we're not dealing with any weather otherwise. So area bridges moving between Philadelphia, Jersey, Delaware, Jersey, really wherever you're headed shouldn't have an issue. Roosevelt Boulevard is also looking good this morning, very quiet. Montgomery County, this is a broken down car on Washington Lane, so not surprised by this when we're talking about these really cold mornings. Our cars are also struggling. I think tomorrow morning as well, the coldest of the season, we'll really see a lot of those broken down cars. This one's happening in Jenkintown, right by Greenwood Avenue. So if you are headed out in that area, just be careful. A PennDOT car or maybe a police officer at that scene helping this person out. I wanted to talk about some construction that is starting this Sunday for the next 6 months. The Schuylkill Expressway is going to be closing nightly on the westbound side under 30th Street. That's starting December 7th through June 1st, Sunday through Thursdays, overnights from 10 to 5 a.m. I'll have more details on this throughout the morning. Deja, over to you. Monica, heading out the door, I'm watching 95 overnight, much like yesterday morning. The roadway was closed northbound heading towards the Vine. That cleared pretty early, so we're looking good at this point. Coming up from Columbus Boulevard to 676, no major concerns. Travel time also very quick at about 3 minutes here between that stretch, with speeds reported in the 60s. There was also a left lane that was closed on 95 northbound before the full closure closer to the Walt Whitman Bridge. They cleared that just after 4 a.m. I wanted to talk about some overnight construction that is set to start this weekend and last for the next 6 months on the Schuylkill Expressway. So it's part of the Market Street Bridge construction. That is going to close 76 westbound nightly from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. Again, that starts on December 7th through June 1st, about 6 months here. So I'll be talking a lot about those detours, but if you're an overnight commuter, this for sure is going to impact you. I'll send it back to you. Monica, heading out the door right now. It's a pretty quiet commute, so no major complaints. Live look in South Jersey, Camden County, 42 freeway looking good here, passing by 295. Northbound traffic, that is your headlights towards the Walt Whitman and the Ben Franklin bridges. That commute up from the AC Expressway, just under 10 minutes. Now, construction just cleared moments ago on the Turnpike northbound. That was happening between Mansfield Township there right after the Pennsylvania and New Jersey Turnpike split by the bridge, heading all the way towards Newark. The outer truck lanes were shut down overnight. Those have since reopened, so outer, inner roadways both are open and moving with speeds well into the 70s. Deja, over to you.
Jenna, she's got to check out those roadways and that traffic. Tomorrow morning is going to be tough.
Yeah, real cold, Monica.
Yep.
So not looking forward to that, but let's get you out the door right now and give you a look at the Vine in Center City. Traffic here on the westbound side is looking slow, getting off on the Schuylkill Expressway, 76, passing 676 right now. About 7 minutes eastbound and westbound between Spring Garden Street and Broad Street. This area is about to get very busy starting on Sunday, lasting for about 6 months. So this is all part of the Market Street Bridge construction. It's going to close 76 westbound here where the camera is at 30th Street overnight. That again is for 6 months from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. It starts Sunday night. It'll be Sunday nights through Thursday nights. Looks like the weekend, Friday night and Saturday Saturday night will be open. Of course, we've got more volume expected later on the weekends, people heading into and out of the city for different reasons, different events. But during the work week from 10 to 5, this is going to shut down. That is for 6 months starting on Sunday. Daisha, over to you.
Any problems?
Monica, seeing a couple of issues out there, but nothing major. So far, so good here. If you're heading out over the Ben Franklin Bridge, nice clear view there of Philadelphia. Not sure if you're able to see all the way in the top. My left, your right corner, the moon is looking very impressive right now heading out the door. And we saw that yesterday morning as well. So if you're an early riser, early commuter, sometimes you get some really pretty pictures of the moon. But let's talk about 95 heading past the stadiums in South Philadelphia on the upside of the Girard Point Bridge. No bad delays southbound into Delco towards the Blue Route, about 11 minutes. If you're heading to the airport, around 10 delays are reported right now there. Most of those American Airlines. So double check. 95 southbound, 15 minutes. Woodhaven Road to the Vine. If you're leaving Bucks County, heading into Center City right now in Bucks. I just got word of a broken down vehicle impacting Veterans Highway. That's northbound right by 95. Daisha, over to you.
Look at those roadways. I think cars might have a problem tomorrow.
Right, Monica. So if you could warm them up, that's always preferred, of course, but doing so safely. You don't want to leave your keys in the car and leave your car for an extended period of time. That's never smart. But let's get you out the door right now. Give you a live look outside here in Camden County. 42 looks okay, but right now heading through Westville, getting to 42 is going to be an issue. I just got word of a crash out there on the northbound side here just before 42 that is blocking a travel lane. So speeds back to Route 130 have dropped to the teens. So right now from Route 45 to Route 42, you want to give yourself plenty of time here as this continues to update. I'll give us a travel time next time around to tell you how long that short stretch is going to take you. But if you're leaving soon, I think it's best right now at least to head for the New Jersey Turnpike instead. Wanted to talk about some lane shifts that are happening today in Montgomery County close to Norristown. So 202 to Cal Pike starting at 7 a.m. We're going to see a traffic shift in an already pretty busy area that's got a lot of work going on. That's happening between Butchers Lane and Johnson Highway. But the good news is this traffic shift is expected to be completed by the end of the commute today. So it should only be a one-day effort. We'll have to wait and see. I'll send it back to you.
Jenna.
Monica, heading out the door, I'm watching big delays in Camden County. A crash in the left lane on 295. So heading through Westville on the northbound side here, approaching Route 42 for about 3 miles, almost a half hour, speeds around 6 miles an hour here. Excuse me. So between Route 130 and the 42 freeway, I would avoid this area as it's only getting worse. More people are finding themselves in this delay heading towards the crash. New Jersey Turnpike, that's going to be a better alternate. And at this point, the Turnpike is moving without any delays. A lot of green on the Turnpike if you're heading towards 42. Route 413 in Bucks County, Veterans Highway, still have word of a broken down vehicle on the northbound side. That is by 95. 95 itself is not impacted. Live camera right by Route 413 shows traffic in this area. It's light right now. Alyssa, over to you.
Now let me send it to Jenna. She's going to check out those roadways. You're going to want to really pay attention to your train schedule tomorrow.
Right, and it's been tough, of course, with
SEPTA.
We've had a lot of cancellations, schedule changes, so mass transit is going to be tricky tomorrow. Let's talk about this morning. 42 freeway looks great right now, but it's getting here. That's going to be a problem on 295 heading through Westville. Crash in the left lane. Delays back to Route 130. So for about 3 miles, almost 25 minutes here. Speeds still reported in the single digits. So I would use the New Jersey Turnpike instead for the time being here to get to 42 because 295 northbound in that area is just jammed. Elsewhere, Route 413 Veterans Highway northbound broken down car in Bucks County by 95, but 95 by Route 413 is doing okay and not seeing any delays on the interstate. It just looks like for Veterans Highway there near 95, you'll see a little bit of traffic. Crash on Hilltown Pike, that's happening right by Greenwood Road and Swartley Road, and traffic lights not working right. That's County Line Road at Horizon Drive. Daisha, over to you.
Those roads. Hey, Jenna.
Monica, heading out the door about 20 minutes ago, a traffic shift in place now in Norristown. So 202 to Gal Pike between Butchers Lane and Johnson Highway. This is expected to take us through the day today as we are shifting some of the northbound and southbound lanes to a newly completed southbound side. So just be aware that traffic pattern may look different this morning and it could tie some things up. Also 202 here by Germantown Pike. Of course, we've got that long-term construction in place, but they are expecting to clear some of that by tomorrow. So between today and tomorrow, they're making some big improvements in the area. Now, there are some issues out there this morning in Plymouth Township. Sandy Hill Road, reports of a broken down vehicle that's happening right by Whites Road, and then East Erie Street in Norristown, crash out there by Barbados Street. Alyssa, over to you.
Got to check out those roadways. Hey, Jenna.
Monica, I've got an update here in Camden County. I know I was following a crash on 295 northbound. That has since cleared, approaching 42. So we're back to about 14 minutes from Route 130 heading to 42. Still pretty backed up in Westville between Route 130 and Route 45. So leave yourself a little bit of extra time through that spot, but the left lane has since been reopened. Now 295 in Burlington County, this is a new one, crash out there northbound after Route 73. So we're already starting to see some delays in this area, not only for 295, but also 73. So that's an area to be aware of. Now also have to talk about some construction. Market Street Bridge work, that is set to close the Schuylkill Expressway nightly starting on Sunday night. And this is going to be about a 6-month effort. So Sundays through Thursdays from 10 to 5 a.m. 76 westbound will shut down at 30th Street. I'll have more details as we wrap up this week. Deja, over to you.
Check out those roadways. We're actually starting to see more and more clouds move in already.
All right, Monica. So cold out there this morning, but worst is yet to come. Let's talk about some problems on the roadways. Thursday morning commute. 42 looks okay. We've got volume, of course, here in Camden County passing 295, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's Burlington County right now that you want to be a little careful on 295. Northbound crash out there after Route 73 blocks one of the travel lanes. And here's a picture from the northbound side. Looks like that traffic's building pretty quickly. So travel time, if this is on your way to work, on your way to school, right now northbound from Route 30 to Route 73 for about 7 miles, normally around a 10-minute commute, about 22 minutes right now. So leave yourself enough time to work through that. Speeds in the teens, maybe New Jersey Turnpike. Maybe that works better for you. Montgomery County, couple problems. Broken down car on Sandy Hill Road at Whites Road. That's happening in Plymouth Township. If you're in Lower Moreland, new crash reported here on Red Line Road at Murray Avenue. Tessa, over to you.